So it's fall, it's winter. Everyone's busy with an agenda, whether it's doing their 90-day arc, prepping for the holidays, or just biding their time before you can get a few days off from work. Me. Winter season can get really gloomy for some, myself so much included sometimes. Just because it's darker, it's colder, or if you hear it's just a bit chilly at night, or just a lack of sun makes people down during this time. It's called SAD, the acronym SAD, seasonal affective disorder. It also may feel isolating with all of the social activities going on during the holidays. It's easy to feel down during this time, and especially down bad if things have especially not been going your way recently, or you're struggling with something very serious in life, or you're just struggling with depression. I struggled with that too a lot, and sometimes it tries to like snatch me up. Sometimes it tries to snatch me back, but I say no, and I follow these steps. I actually don't follow these steps because I'm very good now. I'm good at like not falling down the spiral. I used to suffer from the spiral of depression, from the spirit of depression, a lot. And it was also a lot before I got into spirituality. Before and like during the beginning stages, because it was a huge change in my life. I saw everything from a very different perspective after that. And I was dealing with that kind of like mental and physical world clash, I guess. And it was making me very depressed. I think a lot of people do. I've heard that. I've heard that a lot on if you're like just beginning into like really realizing what shit is, then you'd be just like, what? So I get it. I would like to say I know what I'm talking about, so I'm able to give some sort of perspective on how to be down bad and start to pick yourself up. So it all starts in the mind first. So that's what we're going to work through. The first thing you have to do is it's not the hardest thing to do. It's not hard at all. Just notice that you're still alive. But listen to me here. Just notice it. Notice that you're still alive and you're here for a purpose. You don't have to know the purpose. Know that you still have life and a chance to use that life. So just close your eyes and feel your body working. Feel your heart beating. Feel your blood reaching to all different parts of your body. Feel your body processes. Feel the energy in your body. Know that your body processes are persisting and working, and you're growing, and your cells are dividing, and it's day after day, second after second. Your body does not stop. So why should you? Number two is just to forgive yourself and forgive others. So no matter what your issues are, be good to yourself. Forgive yourself for what you may have gotten into. Forgive others for their possible wrongdoings and move on. Like, don't get stuck in the why me's, because that's very easy to get stuck into like, oh, why is this happening to me? I'm a spiritual person, or I believe in God. I'm a good person. So why is this happening to me? Well, bad things happen to good people, bad things happen to bad people. Situations happen, and we have to suit up and deal with them. Spirituality can be peace, love, and light, but when you're dealing with negative spirits or negative situations, you have to come at it like it's a battle. It's a war that's being waged on your mind, and you have to suit up and attack it. You have to have the courage to show up and fight for your life, and fight for positivity, and fight for who you really are, because being depressed is not who you are. So whatever it is that you're going through, you have to forgive yourself, and you have to love yourself through it. That will give you the strength to contemplate solutions to get out of it or get through it. So the next thing is part of the universal laws. The fifth universal law is the principle of rhythm. Everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. The pendulum swing manifests in everything. The measure of the swing to the right is the measure of the swing to the left. Rhythm compensates. So this universal law lets you know if you are down, you have to come up. You must come up. Your situation will not last forever. It may not seem like it, but as far down as you go is the same distance of how high you can elevate. The universe tells us that there's always a brighter side if you're stuck in the shadows. It's just the law. You just have to let time pass and be willing to get there. So this alone always makes me feel comforted to go another day. You have to keep this in mind because you never know what opportunities will come your way if you are just open to them. If you're isolating yourself, barely feeling alive, you're making it extremely hard for yourself to get out of it. And honestly, it may feel good even to be in a slump. I've been so down bad that, I just didn't even, like, I just let myself stay there. It's kind of like a surrendering. It's like, okay, this is how bad my life's gonna go. I guess I just deserve it or something like that. So it may feel even comforting to be in that energy, but honestly, my advice to that, if you're feeling that way, is just to grow up. essentially grow up, because you are a divine being and you're lowering yourself. You're insulting your higher self by using the gift of life like this. I mean, like, if you want to live eternity in misery, like, I guess go ahead, that's your choice. But yeah, like I said before, this is not the life that we are called to live. Yes, we sign up for certain tests in life, but you're never supposed to just live in the state of depression. You're never just supposed to give up and settle in there and have it feel good for you in there. You are supposed to be a divine being, but you're getting defeated by the spirit, then that's a really bad place to be in. So now we're going to move on to things that you can do more actually physically in the world. Number 4 is just to get some fresh air. Me personally, I love to go for a drive. With the windows cracked or all the way down. I'm a car girl, of course, so that is my method of decompressing. But however you do this one is up to you. So you can go for a walk, go to check the mail. That's something I do also. Go to your local park and sit in the daylight and just look at life around you. Just look at life around you moving, plants, animals, people. But if you can't make it to like go and get out, that's understandable. Just open your window. The spirit of depression loves to hang around in stale air. Open your window. The wind, the movement of air has an uplifting spirit, and it can circulate the air and the energy inside, I guess it's your bedroom or inside your house, and move that away from you. You can move it out and bring something new and fresh into your life. This one really works. This really works. Hopefully there is a wind that day for you and it's not just like more stagnant air. But either way, that still helps to like move and circulate energy out. Because if you're depressed and just like maybe locked inside your room or locked inside your house, the best thing you can do for yourself is to open a window to let that energy just move around, go elsewhere, and bring something newer in, literally. 5 is to do something for someone. If you're not a complete piece of shit, it usually feels great to do something for someone, because it's a chance for someone to feel grateful towards you, to rely on you, to know that, oh, this little thing I can do for someone is important to them, and it makes you feel wanted and valued. It puts like worth into your life, whether it's the littlest thing that you're agreeing to do for somebody. Giving someone something gives purpose to your life, but also do something for yourself too. Take care of yourself. Self-care, okay? I'm going to be here to tell you it's okay to give into your indulgences a bit, especially if you're down bad, especially if you're depressed, because at that point, like, you need it. As long as you're not harming anybody or seriously harming yourself, of course. Yeah, have the ice cream, buy the thing, take a day off to satisfy yourself or anything that would make you happy, but do not linger in this, okay? You cannot linger in satisfying your indulgences. You have to move on before you abuse it, because then it's just you not taking care of the actual problem. Number 6, and don't hate me because, well, hopefully after all of these points now, you're getting to a point to where you're feeling a little bit better. You can do all of these in one day to tackle it if, like, this and what I'm saying has completely changed your perspective and be like, yeah, I'm gonna start doing this today. But yeah, it might take you a while. It might take you a while to feel comfortable in doing some of these steps, but exercise, definitely. That is the number one thing that I found that I could do for myself to keep me out of depression. And it can be so hard if you are down to go to the gym. It can be so hard to just go anywhere. But you don't even have to go to the gym. You can do home workouts these days. But it can be so hard to be down and to just get your body up to exercise. Like, you're giving your energy to that. But every single time I do, I feel great. And when I don't exercise for a long period of time, I start to notice the effects. Raising your heart rate, raise your vibration, move your body. Life is motion, death is still. Once your outlook has turned a little bit, focus on your ideal life, your ideal solution, the place you want to be in life where you're happy, content and thriving, and meditate on that image and the feeling. I would just start with visualizing in your mind as you go to sleep, or the first thing you do when you wake up, just in bed, so you're comfortable. You're taking 5 to 10 minutes before you sleep or as you wake, just to meditate on this image and repeat this to yourself. You'll be surprised that opportunities will start appearing to you. You must connect your mind with the reality around you in order to accept the gift that the universe wants to give you. Like we said, all things rise and all things fall. So especially if you've hit rock bottom, the movement is only up. So the universe wants to give you a way to get back up again. And you can't change your life if you're still isolating yourself. You need to give opportunities a chance to find you. And the last one, if you can't make it, fake it. This is really true scientifically. If you force yourself to smile, it kind of tricks your body into thinking that you're happy. It's called facial feedback. Your body starts thinking of things that made you happy in the past, because it remembers that anytime your face is like this and your muscles are like that, then you were happy. So just by forcing yourself to smile makes your body think that you're happy. Yeah, at the end of the day, like, it is somewhat of a chemical thing too. So if you can just smile to make your body release a little bit of serotonin, why not do that? So this one is just a little one that you can do if you're really just trying to get through the day. The other ones are much more important, but yeah, obviously everyone's heard of this term. If you can't make it, fake it. Fake it until you make it, because if you force yourself to do the habit, eventually that will start becoming your life. Hopefully, chances are one of these worked for you, but you probably will have to repeat some of these until you can completely overcome your state. This is not meant to be something like, oh, if you watch this video, you're not going to be depressed anymore. I mean, that would be great. You can really change your mental outlook in one day. You can really change it in like 1 second. If you're really a fighter, if you really want it. For me, honestly, it takes practice, because it may not just be one thing that's getting you down. It may be like recurring situations or recurring triggering events that make you fall back into this spiral. Honestly, I noticed myself getting so much better. Like, every time I decided that I did not want to be there, every time I decided that that state of depression was not for me, so why am I still lingering here? Like, I call it a spiral, because like, yeah, I would just spiral down, but that spiral became shorter and shorter and shorter for me until um I could completely just get rid of it. Sometimes, like, yeah, you feel that shit just trying to drag you back in. I feel it hovering around me, and I can just swat it away because I've trained myself. My own personal triggers and what works for me to get out of it, what works for me to change my mental state, to say no, not today. Yeah, to move on from that before I get caught. If you're down and if you're struggling, you may not want to talk to people, but your voice is important. Your actions matter, and you matter to people. But regardless of all of that, you matter to yourself. You owe it to yourself to overcome this, because you are not done. You still have a lot that can be accomplished. You still have a lot that can be experienced. And you shouldn't self sabotage yourself so much that you cannot get to the good parts in life quicker. I hope if you are struggling with this, you're not just watching this, but you're actually maybe writing some stuff down that you feel like you could do, or just to reference later. Have some notes on your phone, write some things down that you agree with or that you could possibly do, or things that you think will help your mental state, to remind yourself about these things. It can definitely be like a daily battle. I truly, truly hope that this helps you. I truly, truly hope that you get out there and that you fight for the life that you want. You guys are awesome. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.